The folks don't seem to mind here in Chicago. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. The snow continuing to pile up at game time, and off we go from Soldier Field. This one fielded at the 5. And Goff going to look to throw right away. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. A first look now for Darrynton Evans. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's gone. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brian Asamoah brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Take it at the 37. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangwu. Room here to run. Touchdown, Vikings! Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Evans. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 1 yard is the gain. And it'll be a Chicago first down. The Bears at 5-11 on the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, In this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
On second down, a run with Evans. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Evans. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there, with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Chandler on 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on 3rd.
Could play an exotic coverage.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Now a handoff to Chandler. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Counter play. Here's Chandler. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4.
O'Connell clearly unhappy with that call, and he's thrown that red challenge flag out on the field. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive.
On second down, Evans looking for space.
They find some open field here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago.
Darrynton Evans with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
And that flag accepted.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
First play's a run with Nwangu.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. To the ground, this time Cook.
And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now Dogala.
Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he will have a Vikings first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So line of scrimmage still a 39 on 2nd and 10.
Now Chandler.
And some room to work. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That good for 22 and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Dolgala. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 77 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They run it with Chandler. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful. And that strength was on display there. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Evans running behind center.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Goff. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10.
Here's Chandler.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
first down. Here's the run with Cook.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Nwogu going to get it on the counter.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, Chandler. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The kick by Pinheiro is good, and they have regained the lead. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Goff. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Goff. And this one is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. He'll take it at the 42, and he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Let's go now.
Throwing is Dolgala.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This one from 35 yards away. This is up and good from Pinheiro. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. This one fielded at the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Stuck for a loss by the safety, Eddie Jackson.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 97 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2nd and 3. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Up the middle, Nwangu. That one goes for 8 yards.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Back to Nwangu again on 1st down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Chandler, and he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 3rd down, Chandler. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball. Taking it right down Broadway. The 40. The 20. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bears take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. But no doubt that changes things. Instead of putting 3 more points on the board, they surrender 6 the other way, and they also surrender the lead.
My math's not that great, but that's a 9-point swing, likely to become 10 after they add the extra point.
And in the 3rd quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys. Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
They'll run on 1st down. It's Chandler, and he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got a man, complete. A big play there for Minnesota. 46 yards.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that. On
2nd down now, it's Chandler.
103 yards rushing for him now as he is finishing off the regular season with a bang.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Third and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. They'll run for it with Cook, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A touchdown run there from a yard out, and the Vikings have retaken a third-quarter lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good, and that'll make this a 6-point game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
On first down, Chandler. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Excellent defensive play by Dominic Robinson, beating the line and dropping him for a loss.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here's Chandler on second down. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. The Vikings on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. T.J. Hockenson from 13 yards out. And the Vikings look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is taken in at the 5. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. And remember, the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. This is just the last thing you want to see in the fight. And he is in. Touchdown,
Chicago.
His third rushing touchdown of the year, his 5th overall. And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Santos for the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Incomplete, right side to Cook.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Back to throw. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. They'll look to throw here.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 37. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Chandler.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Up the middle they go. Chandler. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Right back to him on 1st down. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Handoff here to Nwangu.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Well, this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions. But they need 7 yards here. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That will be their third and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. On the give is Nwangu. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Ty Chandler with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Vikings look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 13.
Is good. Makes the score Vikings 40, Bears 27.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Taken in at the 3. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on second down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, and then you stop that clock. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Now a handoff to Chandler. 156 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
One final kneel down here as it comes inside the 40-second mark, and that should be enough to put this one on ice. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Vikings, they do finish things out with a victory here in Week 18, but the victories were few and far between as they'll end the year at 5-12. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for the Bears, this loss will be the capper to what will be a disappointing 5-12 campaign. And with some high picks